Learning about matrices. We'll be using scalars and we'll be adding matrices. You're going to feel like it's a pretty friendly lesson, I believe. So, do you see I've got an array of information here? Yeah.
I never got my journal back.
Right over there on the counter then. So, what we have here is what's known as a matrix. A matrix represents information that is either known or unknown. We can use them to solve for X, Y, and Z. We can use them to organize information. Right now, this week, we'll just pretty much be learning how to manipulate them. Now, this matrix right here is called A, tells you right there, and it wants me to find -2A. When things are side by side in math, what does that mean? When things are next to each other, what operation is happening? Nobody knows?
Multiplication.
Multiplication. Multiplication is going on. Can I not use this? Let's see. So this says -2 times everything that is in A. I was really hoping I'd be able to use that. There I go. All right. So all that means is I'm going to take that -2 and I am going to times it to everything in there. So you will need to grab, how many elements do I have in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got to grab this guy, but since I don't have my keyboard, I'm just going to be writing it. You would grab that button in Alex, and it would give you 6 spots to fill in. What's -2 times -2? 4. What's -2 times -6? 12. What's -2 times 5?
-10.
-10. -2 times 4. There you go. -2 times 0. Anything times 0 is? Yeah. -2 times 7.
14.
All right. You guys taking notes in your journal? How friendly was that?
That was kind of cool.
Would you like to see another one?
What does
Yes.
the A mean again?
A is the name of this matrix, and that's what allows us to know that we're doing -2
Is that
times
the
A.
answer though?
That is the answer.
Okay.
That is the answer.
Was that the whole assignment?
No.
It's just another, is there one?
All right. Let's see, what else do I have in here? Oh, this time I have an A equals, and I have a C equals. So it's just the name of the matrices, right? Do you notice they have a different orientation this time? They're tall this time instead of long. Maybe I'm going to take a second and tell you that we talk about our matrices in rows by columns. And this is going to come into play at our next lesson when we're multiplying. How many rows does A have? Remember, rows are straight across. How many rows does it have?
2, 3.
1, 2, 3. How many columns does it have?
2.
So this is a 3 by 2. How many rows does C have?
3.
Same. 3 by
2.
2. And that's how we would talk about them. They're 3 by 2 matrices. Let me get rid of this. Guess I can't do that. All right. So this says A plus C. The only way you can add matrices is if they have the same dimensions. They were both 3 by 2, right? That means we can add them together. If they're 3 by 2s and we're adding, they're going to end looking like a 3 by 2. So what do I need to grab? That guy right there, right? Now I add corresponding elements. So I'm going to do -7 and 4. Use the signs that they have. What is a -7 plus 4? -3. What is a 6 plus 7? So you notice that I've got the top right corner, so I'm putting it in the top right corner. They're going to land in the same place. I've got a negative 4 plus 1. What's that? Negative 3. I've got a 4 plus 3.
7.
I've got a 3 minus 2. And I have a 3 plus 0. What do you think?
Good.
Tyler likes it. Anybody else? Not too bad, huh? Matrices, it's just kind of getting used to how they work and what they look like. We're still taking notes, so wait just a second before I move on.
So the A matrices is how you subtract 2, right?
The A matrice is how I subtract 2.
Well, yeah, you said that's how, like, it tells you that you need to, or times -2.
Before, in our last problem, it said, was it a negative? I can't remember.
Yeah.
It said do -2 times A, right? This is what it said.
Oh.
But in this problem, what does it tell us to do?
A plus C.
It tells us to add A and C. Was that your confusion?
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand like what the difference between A and C is. Does it mean something? Or
It's just like if I tell you X is 3 and Y is 2, that's just its value, right? That's what it is. So you're used to A being a number or C being a number, but in this case it's a matrix.
Or like mean something like
Right.
a different setup or
Right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so then last problems in here. What does it want me to do this time? It wants me to do what?
Subtract.
4G, and then what?
5.
We have our phone, keep it away, please. 4G minus 5H, right? So we need to multiply G by 4. We need to multiply H by -5. Once I have those answers, what am I going to do? Subtract. So it's combining what we did, right? Some of you are getting this written down, so I'll give you just a second longer before I jump in. If you're not good at your multiplication, what are you going to do? Grab your calculator, right? Who's already started working on the problem? A couple of us. Okay, I'm going to do 4 times G. I'll write it right here. So I'm going to do 4 times everything in there. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times -2 is -8. Any questions before I'm getting those numbers?
So is this G you're figuring out?
I'm doing 4 times G.
Okay.
Yep. Then I have an 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 7 is 28. So that was 4 times G. Did you get your question answered? Yeah? What's your question? Do you know where I got these numbers?
Yeah.
4 times everything in there?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Is that where your question's coming in? What's next? Let's do -5 times H. All right, so here is -5 times H. -5 times 7.
-35.
-5 times -7. Negative 5 times 0.
0.
Negative 5 times 4.
Negative
And again.
negative 2.
And, whoops, lost the 2 there.
And
And times 0.
0.
All right, I've done a lot of work, but I'm not done yet, right?
Minus them.
Yeah, now I've got to minus them. Now, what do you think is going to happen to every sign that follows that negative? Changes, right? So now I've got, do I need to pause for a second? It looks like.
I forgot that's the principal.
All right, I've got 20 minus a negative 35. So 20 plus 35 is
55.
55. I've got 16 minus 35. That was very calculated. Negative 19. I have negative 8 minus 0. Well, that was really nice of them. 8 minus a negative 20. 12 minus a negative 20.
32.
And 28 minus 0.
0. Oh, wait, no, it's not.
Haha.
Ah.
So, that's as crazy as it gets today. Some of you probably won't remember your Alex login.
Oh,
So
really?
let me know if I need to find that for you.
I like this assignment.
Good, I'm glad you like this assignment.